Let's make a hand fan today, perfect to beat the summer heat. First, grab some popsicle sticks. I'm only going to use 6, but you could use more if you want more folds in your fan, and then paint them a color with acrylic craft paint. Because the craft paint soaks into the wood, you're going to need more than one coat and paint front and back. Next, grab your favorite napkin design. I found these from Dollar Tree and they're perfect because National Watermelon Day is actually this weekend, and they're already a circle. Don't worry, you could use a regular square napkin if you need to. And take off the plies so you just have one ply with the design on it. We're going to put the napkin on a piece of paper to make it stronger. So this is a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. It's red on the one side, but on the white side, I'm going to use a large flat brush and brush on a thin layer of ModPodge. This is what we're going to use to put the napkin on with. We're going to use the iron-on method, so dry the layer of ModPodge so it's dry to touch, so you can see it's a little glossy, but it is dry. And place the napkin over top with the pattern side facing up. Now I'm going to use parchment paper over top of that, and take my iron, you can use it on the regular cotton setting, and then just slowly go over all of those layers. Fun fact, if you wanted a fabric fan, you can use fabric and fabric Mod Podge to attach napkins as well, so keep that in mind if you do this. Now I'm going to take off the parchment paper, and the napkin is stuck to the paper. When it cools down, cut out your fan shape, which really is just a large letter C. It looks like a piece of watermelon that someone took a bite out of. But don't worry, I'll try to have a traceable on my website for you if you can't figure out that shape. And once you have your fan, you have to connect them with the popsicle sticks. They should be dry, so line them up and use a small drill bit to drill a hole all the way through. To connect them, I'm going to use a little bit of steel wire here that fits through that hole. And I'm just going to cut off a couple inches worth and use some pliers to crimp it around each side. After sticking it all the way through the hole, make sure you just have a little loop on each side. You want to make sure it's loose enough that they can move freely, but they're not going to be so loose that it's wobbly, kind of like that. Here they are all spread out, looks like they'll fit. So turn your pattern upside down and then line up your popsicle sticks out as evenly as possible. Notice how they're lined up in the middle of the C, not going all the way to the outside edge. I'm going to mark where each one is so it's easier to line them up when I'm gluing them. And to glue them, I'm just going to use a glue stick. You could also use tacky glue or E6000, but I would suggest not using hot glue for this because of the buildup the hot glue makes might make it difficult to do the folds evenly. Notice where I'm putting the glue. I'm only doing the first 2 to 3 inches of my popsicle stick, not all the way down to where they're connected. Once you have the glue, line them up with your pencil lines where you marked them and make sure it makes full contact with the paper. Let it dry. See, mine dried after about 30 minutes, and you have a fan. To make it look like a fan, take each of the popsicle sticks and carefully make the folds, lining up the popsicle sticks and folding the paper with your fingers. And now you have a functional fan. Perfect for this week. It is so hot out. I think it reached 100 degrees. I even added a tassel and a bead. You can hang it off of the wire, and that makes it super fun too. Have fun, stay cool, and happy Watermelon Day this weekend.